Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the East Bayfield Community Center for today's matchup between the Barrie Sharks and the Waterloo Ravens in a little bit of exhibition action. You can see all the new faces getting to do a lap of the ice for their first U22 Elite game as we get set here for action. I'm your host, Josh McCann. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. Plenty of new faces on the ice for the Sharks, I'm sure means plenty of new listeners, and thanks to everyone that tunes in to all the live streams throughout the year as we get set for another season of Junior Sharks hockey, even though the last one just ended last weekend. The Sharks will play in one exhibition game, and it'll be this one today between the Waterloo Ravens and the Barrie Sharks. Waterloo coming off a season where they went 27-21 in the regular season, played Burlington in round one of the playoffs, and ended up getting swept. They would end up going on and playing in the consolation pool in the championship weekend. Where they would go 1-2. Waterloo followed it up with a provincial record of 1-1-1, a win over Leaside, a tie over North York, and a loss to Mississauga. For the Barrie Sharks, coming off another big season, going 29-19-0 in the regular season, set them up with a pretty big matchup against Cambridge Rivulets in the playoffs, and it was a tight series, but in the end, it was the Sharks taking games 1, 3, and 4 to win that series 3-1 over Cambridge, advanced to championship weekend. It didn't start out the way they wanted with a tough loss to the Etobicoke Dolphins, but after that, they were able to fight through, winning their next two games against the Nepean and Stony Creek, setting up a bronze medal game against the Burlington Barracudas, where they played probably their best game of the season, a dominant effort against a really good team in Burlington that had had their number throughout the season. They get the job done, a big win in that one, and to win a second straight bronze medal. And it's another solid group coming in this season, and the Sharks will be hoping to try and follow up that bronze and potentially even go for a higher medal, potentially gold next season. For the Sharks at provincials, they would beat the Burlington Barracudas, lose to the Central York Panthers, and tie the Brampton Canadettes. They would be eliminated before the playoffs. This season for the Sharks, 6 new forwards, 2 new defense, and 2 new netminders as well. Piper Seven, who was on defense last year, will now be a forward for the team. So things are going to look a bit different for them. Waterloo does have plenty of returning faces. Only 2 players on their roster didn't play U22 Elite last season. Arabelle Weiss played U15 AA with Waterloo, and then Aoife Skias played out in Calgary. But outside of that, majority of returning players as well. They grabbed a few players from the London Devilettes. The numbers are going to look a bit different today for the Sharks. Looking at their roster, Sadie France will be wearing 5, Shyla Gamble number 7, Avery Gunn 10, Piper 7, 11, Mally Winter 12, Taylor Cooper 13, Abby Brumwell 14, Delia Coots is 16, Sam Larman 17, Sienna Riccardi is 19, Charlotte Endicott is 21, Elda Silva is 48, that's the forwards. On defense, number 2, Kathleen Dion, number 8, Grace Kusek, number 15, Gabby Willard, number 18, Annabella Cosgrave, number 22, Adrielle Charette, and number 40, Katie Cowell. In net for the Sharks, number 1, Eleanor Feltham, and number 31, Amelia Killis. So just about 20 seconds here before we get set to go in this exhibition action. Only exhibition game the Sharks will play. On the other side, Waterloo does have a 4-pack of exhibition games scheduled. Tomorrow they'll head down to Central York, take on the Panthers. And then next weekend they have a home and home with the Oakville Hornets. Welcome to the East Bayfield Community Center for today's U22 exhibition game. Today's matchup features the Waterloo Ravens and the Barrie Sharks. Two teams looking to get used to each other with new faces in both lineups. Taking a look at the starting goaltenders here today. First off on the Waterloo side of things, getting the start, number 31, Tegan Mason, returning from last season, went 14-6 on the year with a .912 save percentage. Backing her up, Danica Avril, 11-17 with a .927 save percentage. For the Sharks, getting the start will be number 31, Amelia Killis. Killis is in her first year of U22 Elite, first year of women's hockey. She came over from playing minor hockey here in Barrie with the Barrie Colts. Backing her up will be number 1, Eleanor Feltham. her first year in U22 Elite, coming over from the Lindsay Surge U18 AA program. Face-off won by Isla McCoubrey. We are underway from the East Bayfield Community Center for today's exhibition action. Adrielle Charette will drop it back for Gunn. She'll play it forward. Larman got a touch on it, intercepted, and back the other way comes Waterloo. Watkey sends it into the zone. Killis out of her net, tries to play it, knocked down. Waterloo trying to set up that opportunity, broken up. Shyla Gamble, the former member of the U22 Elite Leaside Wildcats, trying to get it out. Now Larman will flip it back out the other way. Resetting, Colby Farr getting it across for Collins. Played forward, knocked into the zone by Watkey. That's going to go down behind the net. Getting there first, Kathleen Dion. Dion up ahead for Gunn. She comes up the wing, firing it in, past the defense and down on net. Catching up to it first is Collins. She'll go up the wing. Back the other way, chipping it around. AJ Smith, one of the London Devilette players that came over to Waterloo this season. A pass broken up. Grace Kusick trying to play it around. That's broken up. Puck goes up the wing, back to the point. Kennedy Brooks putting it down low. Battle for it against the boards. Knocked up the wing. Shot from the point. Save made by Killis, her first of the afternoon. And we'll get a whistle with 18:55 to go in the first period. Off the draw, Sharks with possession. Puck comes around the boards, Willard. Getting it up ahead, puck comes to the middle, deflected forward by Riccardi. That's gonna go down the ice, and Brumwell, good effort there to beat out the icing. Puck goes up the wing. Battle for it, Smith gets it back the other way. That's kicked forward by Alexa Tout, coming off a season with 53 points for the Ravens. Icing is called, and they'll have to figure out who on the Waterloo bench needs to come back on. Sadie France to take the draw for the Sharks. She had the most points among all returning Barrie players. A conversation here at the benches. Barrie coach Dwayne Eldridge as well as the Waterloo coach coming together here. Now the officials are going to come together. We're going to switch sides here. France will still take the draw against Smith. There's a shot from the point. That's knocked down. Hooked there by Cowell. Puck played down into the corner behind the net. Nearly came out in front. Knocked down. Barrie able to get it back. Knocked to the point by 7. Cowell looking for the shot, looking for a deflection. Puck knocked down middle. They jam away. France with the shot blocked by Martin. She'll take it back the other way, trying to flip it forward. That was intercepted. Put back down behind the net. Chasing after it there was Endicott. Puck comes back the other way, sent forward and into the zone by Brooks. Down behind the net, Killis out of her net. Puck was nearly turned over by the Sharks. Battle for it, knocked loose and tipped wide back behind the net by Dion. She'll bring it up the wing, played forward to De Silva, getting it across up the wing, race for the puck. Piper 7 trying to catch up to it. 7 up the wing, backhander, and a save made by Mason. Piper 7 moving from D to forward here this season. She's got 3 goals, 13 assists for 16 points last year on the back end. Was a mainstay on a pairing with Sonia Mehta, who has since graduated. Off the face-off, puck's going to go to the boards. To Silva, tied up, gets it out front, shot by Winter, that goes wide of the net. Down, coming around, backhanded down low by Kusek. Behind the net, McCoubrey knocks it out of the zone. Sharks will regroup. Dion to Kusek, trying to go through the middle. That missed Winter. Coming back to Emma McCoubrey. Played forward, knocked ahead by Weiss. Back the other way. Sharks will play it around. Gunn up the wing for Dion. She gets it into the zone and will head off on a change. Cooper now chasing after it for the Sharks. It's knocked down, goes against the boards. Gamble tried to knock it loose. Couple Waterloo players collide, but luckily for them, the puck's heading back out the other way. Willard stick to the face there on far. Sharks trying to get it out, remains in the zone. Isla McCoubry drifting, trying to put it out front. That was broken up. Blocked off by Gamble as she looks to go back the other way. Getting it across. Avery Gunn will knock it into the zone. Larman chasing after it. Larman pinned to the boards by Collins. Now down behind the net. Gamble tied up. Tried to slide out front for Brumwell. That was broken up. And the puck goes back down the other way. Madeline Davies up the wing. Coming to the middle. Sending it across into the zone. Here's a shot save made by Killis. Rebounds loose. Cosgrave lost it. Davies out to the point. Shot there by Skias. Broken up by Larman. Looking to go back the other way. And that hit the Waterloo player coming into the zone. And we'll reset here with 16:15 to go. Off the face-off, Brumwell able to knock it forward. Brooks looking across for Collins. That was intercepted. Spinning back is Charette. She'll get it out, back the other way. Deflected, so it won't be icing. Collins will be there first. Delia Coots got tied up. Puck comes around the boards. And back out the other way. That's going to go down the length of the ice. And icing is called. It's 15:51 to go. Offensive zone draw here for the Sharks. Cardi on the draw against Smith. She's able to win it. Here's a shot, save made by Mason. And we'll get a whistle. Shot from the point there by Katie Cowell. Cardi wins it, got taken down. Charette gonna step up, coming around. Her shot, that goes wide of the net. Cowell. That's broken up. Slot looking to go back the other way. That was blocked. Cardi tried to get it out. Slot was able to keep it in. Comes back out. Sent into the zone though by Brooks. Cowell will reset behind her own net. Plays it forward. Brumwell got a touch on it. And she'll work it to the middle. Got to the red line. Now she'll spin back. Brumwell drops for Dion. Kathleen Dion, 2 goals last season. Both of them coming in that series clinching game against the Cambridge Rivulets. 2 huge second period goals back to back. Were a big part of the Sharks winning that series. Down behind the net. Dion knocks it loose, getting it out. Tried to get it out to the point. That was intercepted by Emma McCoubry. She'll go back the other way. Played off the boards into the zone. Knocked down by Killis. Sent back around the other way by France. Puck comes to the middle. Looking for a deflection just wide of Killis. Rebound. That comes up to the point. Milligan knocking it down low. Battle for it. Intercepted. And back the other way come the Sharks. Trying to get it to the middle there was Endicott. It's broken up. Comes back to the defense. Kusick across for Dion. Backhanded forward. Looking to knock it into the zone. Blocked off. Dion looking ahead for 7. She'll deflect it into the zone. Chasing after now is Sadie France in the corner. Puts it out front for 7, but that was broken up. Back the other way. Waterloo looking to get it out of the zone. Comes to the middle. Sent back in by Cosgrave. Battled for it, taken by the Waterloo defense. Walkie gets a touch on it, but it's going to go up and out of play. And we'll reset. 14:07 to go in the first period. Still no score. Face-off won by the Sharks. Cosgrave across, knocked into the zone. Walkie gets it back for Waterloo. She'll play it forward for Isla McCoubry. That was knocked down. Battle for it. Played around. Goes down behind the net. Centering pass. That was broken up. Good work by Winter getting back to intercept that one. Willard now battling for it behind the net. Waterloo knocks it free. Trying to slide out front. That was broken up. Willard gets it forward. Backhander ahead by Cooper. Doesn't come out of the zone. Puck remains in. And now knocked out of the zone by Cooper. And the puck will come back to the Waterloo defense. They'll reset. Collins plays it forward. That was knocked down. Skias able to get it back. Now knocked ahead by the Sharks. Elda Silva gets it into the zone, coming off a 12-goal campaign in her first year with the Sharks. That goes into the boards. Couple girls go down. Puck knocked free. Centering pass. Here's a look for Larman. Driving the net. Save made. Rebound Tout and Larman battle for it. Sam Larman getting it back. Second in points among all returning Shark players. Ern City, France led the way. 31 points for France. And actually the same for Larman. They were tied. Adriel Charette coming forward. She had the most among defense. Shot from Larman goes over top. Rebound loose. Gunn coming up the board, spinning it down low. Trying to put that one out front was Gamble. Knocked around. Skias tried to get it back. Looking to play it down low there. It was Cowell that was broken up. Puck's going to go back down the other way. Charette there first for the Sharks. Fights off the pressure at Tout. Now has some space to calm it down. Getting it across. That was broken up. Waterloo dropping it back. Played to the middle. Here goes Slot. 12.5 to go. Alexa Slot into the zone. Takes the shot. That goes wide. Down behind the net. Back the other way. Brumwell couldn't get out of the zone. Kept in at the point by Brooks. Around the board. Sharks with possession. Coots sending it back the other way. That was blocked off at the blue line. Smith back to Brooks. Plays forward, deflected into the zone by Maya Slot. Puck goes down behind the net. Killis leaves it there for Dion. Knocked around. Sharks have it. Cardi up ahead. Drop back. Sharks are going to reset. Dion there for Barry. Sharks in their white and gold practice jerseys. Waterloo in their black and gold. That puck goes back down the other way. Killis leaves it there. There's Kusik behind her own net. She's making the jump from U15 AA. Got in some action with the junior team last year. Scored a goal in the first weekend of the season with the Sharks. Puck comes up the wing. Battle for it against the boards. It's Milligan for Waterloo. Puck knocked free by Ropp. She'll put it around the boards. Getting back is Kusik. She'll calmly drop it back to Dion and the Sharks will reset. Puck played forward. Brumwell. Nice backhanded pass. Back the other way. Sharks coming in with speed. Charlotte Endicott up the wing trying to get it to the net. That goes just wide. Sadie France got loose out in front. Wasn't able to capitalize though. Seven looking to get it back. Knocking it loose. Puck comes around trying to get it to the middle. That was broken up. Seven now. Down low. Broken up. Clearing attempt to Will come out of the zone. Cosgrave sends it right back in. Sharks will tag up, and in fact, they'll actually head off on a change. I'll give Waterloo some space to work. Milligan fakes the pass. Now I'll bring it forward into the zone, but jumping over there was Moore, and we'll get an offside with 10:30 to go in the first period. Good look there for the Sharks. They were nearly able to capitalize on a loose player out in front. Winter on the face-off. Puck knocked around. Cooper able to get it for the Sharks. Played off the boards, intercepted by Davies. She'll drop it back. Skias knocked around. Here goes Collins into the zone. Has some space. Sending it to the net. Save made by Killis. Rebound will go around the boards. Cooper going to catch up to it for the Sharks. Looking to go back the other way. Nice move to the middle. She has some space now and will flip it ahead into the zone. Chasing after it. And the Sharks, Waukee gets there first for Waterloo. Knocked back down low by De Silva. Winter slides it out front. That'll go wide. Rebound. Backhanded back to the point. Knocked around. Winter able to keep it in. Has some space. Waterloo player down. Centering pass for Larman misses. Puck goes back to the point. Charette. She'll step up. Tried to cut to the middle. That was blocked. Collins battle for it. And she'll take it back behind her own net. 9:34 to go. Waterloo looking to send it up the wing. That was Collins looking for Davies. Intercepted by Cowell. Gets it to Larman. Up the wing into the zone. Knocked down low by Gamble. Shyla Gamble gets it behind her, behind the net. Tried to put it out front. That was blocked. Sent it back across the opposite way. Smith there first for Waterloo. Gets it forward to Waukee. She'll knock it into the zone. Now Tout will chase after it. Her and Dion collide into the boards. Dion looking to knock it loose. Puck comes out in front. Waterloo able to get it back. Tout to the point. Martin. Cross. Tout has some space. Sending it to the net. Off the line and in. And the Waterloo Ravens strike first here. They open the scoring. It's 1-0. Looked like it had initially gone in, but actually just went off the post, deflected past the line and in. Alexa Tout will get the goal for Waterloo, coming off a season with 18 goals and 53 points. Off the face-off, Waterloo leading 1-0. Here's Martin with possession, gets it to the red line, sent into the zone. Down behind the net, Killis leaves it there for Willard. Goes around, back the other way. Coots gets it forward, that's knocked down. Down to the corner, Emma McCoubery. Behind the net, trying to put that one out front, but intercepted there. Coots will go back the other way, getting it to Brumwell. She comes up the wing, sending it into the zone. Mason will slow that one down. Coots is going to be first there. Dropping it back. Willard a shot. That goes just wide. Rebound France couldn't get to it. Puck will come out of the zone. Cowell. Cross for Willard. Puts it to the middle. Comes back the other way. Sent out by Milligan. Backhanded forward. Davies may have a break into the zone. Save made by Killis. Cowell around for Charette. Looking for Brumwell. That got past potential icing. And it gets waved off. Puck comes up the wing. Cowell couldn't keep it in. It's going to go back down the length of the ice. This one already waved off. Charette there for the Sharks. The wing. Davies gets her into the boards. Puck will come back around to Cowell. Has one open across the other way. That's Endicott. Gets it to the middle. Tried to send it into 7. She was tied up, taken down. Waterloo looking to go back the other way. Isla McCoubery getting it to the middle. 7 got a touch on it. Still getting it across to Tout. Alexa Tout opened the scoring a couple minutes ago. Able to get it to McCoubery. That was broken up by the Sharks. Winter in the middle gets a touch on that one. Puck comes around. Dion pushing it ahead to Silva. Into the zone for the Sharks. Trying to send it to the net. Save made by Mason. Rebound loose for Etobicoke. Or Waterloo. Back the other way. That's knocked down. Battle for it. Endicott trying to play it forward. Knocked loose. Ravens able to get it back. Collins. Drop to Skias. That's knocked ahead. Going to go down the length of the ice. Killis will calm it down. And leaves it there for Cusick. Cusick to Winter. Up the boards. Back the other way. That misses. And we'll go down the length of the ice for an icing. 6:38 to go. Off the face-off, puck goes back the other way. Nice move by De Silva, maybe an opportunity here for the Sharks. El De Silva in onside, working around Martin. What a move, and that goes over top of the net. Battle for now against the boards. 3 Sharks, 2 Ravens. Puck goes down low. Larman trying to knock it loose. Gamble getting involved as well for Barrie. The wing still loose. 2-2. Gunn coming in to help out. Puck comes back to the point. Cosgrave a shot blocked by Waukee. Puck goes back the other way. Willard there first for the Sharks. Getting it to the middle. Missed Gamble, missed Gunn. Larman will chase after it. And the Ravens get it back. Played forward by Farr. It comes back the other way. Waterloo through the middle. Ropp gets it into the zone down behind the net. Slot trying to catch up to it. Willard gets there first. Larman looking to go back the other way. Trying to get it around, but that's kept in by Weiss. Broken up, sent back down the other way, deflected. Sharks will make changes. Here's Farr in her own zone, getting it forward to Weiss. Has some space, 5:22 to go. Weiss across for Rupp, but that's just offside, and we'll get a whistle. Off the face-off, puck knocked ahead into the zone. Cowell goes up the boards, looking to get it to Brumwell. Otto up the wing. Jam away at it. Puck comes loose back to the Shark defense. Cowell collides there with Emma McCoubery. Battle for it behind the net. Weiss pinned to the boards by Charette. Ropp able to get it free though for the Ravens. Trying to go back to the point. That was blocked. Second chance. She'll backhand it down low. Cowell gets a touch on it, bringing it around. And back the other way come the Sharks. Riccardi getting it to the outside. Backhanded forward by Coots. Into the zone now comes Brumwell. Gets free with it, has some space, trying to get it to the middle for France. That was knocked down. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Charette spins back on McCoubrey. Battle for it, still his possession. Looking for France. City France going to spin back, reset. Gets it across. Charette looking through the middle. That pass missed. Looked like the target was Endicott. Waterloo able to take it back the other way. McCoubrey tied up. Puck goes to the corner. Shred up the wing. Knocked down by Seben. Shot from the point. That goes wide. Look there by Skias. Puck comes to the middle. Nearly knocked down, but Piper Seben's going to take it back the other way for Barrie. Seben has some space. Gets it into the zone, and he'll send it down behind the net. Endicott coming up behind Collins. France in there as well, trying to get it loose. Battle for it, comes free. Tied up, now France has it. Up the wing, backhanded down low, that's knocked down. Endicott out to the middle, Seben. They're gonna get it down low, she will. Down behind the net now, Collins. Knocked down by Sadie France. France sent it to the boards. Sent back the other way by Waterloo. Cooper trying to get the inside edge there on Davies. It comes back to the point. Dion, a shot save, Mason, rebounds loose. Down the corner, Taylor Cooper behind the net, spinning back. Tied up by McCoubrey, taken down. That's going to be a penalty, and the first power play of the game will belong to the Sharks. Cross-checking is the call. Isla McCoubrey to the box. First power play of the game for the Sharks. Mally Winter on the face-off. She's able to win it. De Silva, a bit of a miscommunication there with Cosgrave, and it's going to go back down the other way. Kill is, and she'll just cover it. 3:02 to go, 151 on the power play. Offensive zone draw for the Ravens on the penalty kill. Sharks are able to win it. Cosgrave passing it forward. Cooper. She drew the call. She'll get it into the zone, pushing it down behind the net. Cooper going to get there first. Plays it around. That misses De Silva. Tout has some space. Maybe a chance back the other way. Gets it to the middle for Slot, but Cosgrave got a deflection on it. Slot down. Going to bring it back to her own zone. Waterloo looking to kill time. Martin. Up the wing, that's flipped back down the length of the ice. Kilsa come out of her net, hesitated. Puck comes loose, Winter is there. Back the other way, has space through the middle. Larman gets a touch on it into the zone. Flipped back the other way by Waterloo. Cowell to Charette, now into the zone. Larman stops up. Glides there with Milligan, who knocks it loose. Farr trying to clear now. She gets sent it to the boards by Gamble. Clearing attempt by Larman, knocked down. Gamble able to get it back to the point. Charette, she'll send a shot, deflected, save. Rebound comes out of the zone. I was gun out front of the net, looking to get a backhander on net, but just missed. Killis will leave it for Charette. 38 seconds on the power play. Charette played forward, sent to the middle by Cowell. I was knocked down by Watke. I'm going to send it back out the other way. That goes off the boards. Grabbed by Charette. She'll come through. That's deflected. Larman and Gunn collide. Now Larman into the zone. Has some space. Couple players go down. Centering pass. That was kicked by a Waterloo player to break that one up. Shred a shot. Save made by Mason. And we'll get a whistle. Just over a minute to go in the first period. About 10 seconds left in the power play, and that will pretty much do it with that clearing attempt back the other way by Waterloo. Killis out of her net will slow it down for Cusack. Grace Cusack gets it forward. Coots has some space. Plays it up the boards and back out the other way. That goes off the boards, knocked around. Waterloo has possession. Far across for Collins. Puck played forward to Rupp. Final minute of the first. Waterloo up 1-0, looking to add to their lead. Puck nearly came out in front. Puck still loose. They'll jam away at it, and that'll be whistled down. Face-off puck in the corner. Emma McCoubrey trying to get it up to the point. That's broken up. Back the other way. Cutting to the middle is Endicott. Getting it around Collins into the zone. The boards, Endicott able to knock it down. It'll go down behind the net. Final 30 seconds of the opening frame. We are playing a regular junior game. 20-20-20. Floods in between every period. If overtime is needed, it'll be 5 minutes plus a shootout. France in the corner, driving that. Looking for the shot. That was blocked. 19 seconds to go. Dion keeps it into the zone, getting it down in the corner now. Seven behind the net, working it around. Still has space, still has time. She puts it down low. Drop pass, France comes out in front, Endicott jamming at it. Puck still loose, now whistled down. 5 seconds to go in the first period. Winter chips it to the net. It's going to go wide and sent to a corner by Waterloo. They'll kill the final second, and that will do it. So the Ravens open the scoring. Alexa Tout coming off season with 18 goals. She adds one here in exhibition action. It's the Ravens 1, it's the Sharks 0 after the first period. You're listening to Barrie Junior Sharks Hockey live on YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second period of play between the Waterloo Ravens and the Barrie Sharks. Your score right now, 1-0 in favor of Waterloo. Alexa Tout with the only goal of this one so far. Shots on goal in the first period, 10-6 in favor of Barrie. This will be the Sharks' only exhibition game, and then that's it for Sharks hockey until late August, early September, depending on if they're in any preseason action before. Usually it's the first weekend of September these girls get back to action. The first game of the regular season last year was September 5th. It's usually that first weekend. Looking at the calendar, Labor Day is the 7th, so maybe the season will start September 11th. Unless they start for Labor Day, which would be the 4th, but I presume the 11th. It's just about a minute here until we get back underway between the Ravens and the Sharks. As of right now, Tegan Mason and Amelia Killis will remain in their respective nets. We'll see if either of them maybe come out halfway through this period with it being an exhibition game. The Sharks do only have one, so you'd assume they're going to give Eleanor Feldham a chance to get into it. On the Waterloo side, they do play 3 other games, 1 tomorrow and then 2 more next weekend. So maybe they'll just go back and forth between the netminders, 1 game apiece both weekends. A bit easier for the Waterloo coach, with Mason and Avril both returning. So he knows what he has in net. It's the first junior Shark action that the Sharks have seen both their netminders in. Of course, Ava Sador and Riley Maxwell both graduating at the end of the season. As we are set to go, face-off won by Shyla Gamble. And we're back underway. Sam Lerman with the puck. She'll drop it back to Cowell. Cowell across for Charette. Up the boards. Gunn knocked down by Collins. Battle for its slot. Broken up. Waterloo, Barrie, battle for it. Charette with possession. Backhanded off the boards. Puck comes up the wing. Larman flips to the middle. Back the other way comes Avery Gunn trying to catch up to it. Gunn up the wing, battling with Collins. Keeps possession, looking to go back to the point. That was broken up. Flip back out the other way. Catching up to it is Tout. She goes up the wing, had it, lost it. Gunn will calmly backhand forward. Sent ahead by Cal, back the other way, race up the ice. It's Gamble up the wing, maybe a break. Her shot stopped by Mason. Rebound was there. Only one there, though, is in a black and gold jersey, and that's Kennedy Brooks for Waterloo. Brumwell able to keep it in. Abby Brumwell down in the corner, trying to spin it back and put it out front. That was knocked down. Sharks able to keep possession. McCarty tried to go down low. That's broken up. Back the other way. Ropp plays it forward. Icing already waved off. It'll go down behind the net. Willard fighting off Emma McCoubrey. Able to play it forward. Brumwell. That was blocked. Comes out to the blue line. Played forward by Brooks and sent back in by Weiss. 18:37 to go. That was knocked down. Ropp back to the point. Here's a shot deflected, and that'll go wide. Back the other way come the Sharks. Battle for it. Barrie coming back the other way. Coots to the middle, into the zone. Brumwell a shot that goes over top. Back the other way. Emma McCoubrey, Sadie France took a tumble there. Lost her stick as well in the process, coming on the ice. Waterloo coming into the zone. McCoubrey down behind the net. Puck knocked around. Kathleen Dion with possession. Looking for 7. That's broken up. Flip back the other way, and it'll go down the length of the ice. Down behind the net, Cusick. Up ahead. Puck goes across. 7 coming to the middle. Broken up. Comes back. Cusick is there. Gets it across. Dion. Up ahead. Piper 7 looking to knock it into the zone. That was broken up. Battle for it. Knocked ahead. Puck goes around. Dion coming to the middle. McCoubrey getting it back. Played off the boards. That's sent in down behind the net. Sharks able to get there first. Tied up is Kusik. But that allows the puck to come free to Mally Winter. Winter has some speed going back the other way. Gets it to the middle. Trying to send it in. That was blocked. The two of them take a hard tumble into the boards. Battle for it. Now everyone battling for it now. And that'll be whistled down. Winter's on top of a Raven player. That was Davies. $17:05 to go. Off the draw, battle for it. Isla Makubri into the zone, stepping up, looking to send it to the net. Puck comes around the boards. Knocked around to Silva, trying to get it out. He keeps it in, ties her up. Puck comes loose to Winter. Looking to go back the other way. Cooper, cross ice feed. It's ahead of De Silva. She's going to catch up to it though in the corner. De Silva bringing it around, gets tied up. And Waterloo will look to go back the other way. Puck played off the boards, grabbed by the Sharks. Charette ahead. Puck comes across. Here's Tout into the zone. Knocked down behind the net. Charette there for the Sharks. Spins it back around. Cowell. Up ahead, Larman. Looking to go back the other way. Sent into the zone. Grabbed by Collins. Collins is there for Waterloo. Played forward to Tout. That's knocked down by Larman. It's going to go down behind the net. Sharks knock it behind and grabbed now by Smith for the Ravens. Puck goes up the wing. Tout to the middle. Gunn knocks that one down, getting it to Willard. Puck goes up the wing and then goes down behind the net. Puck knocked loose. Sharks get it back. Willard trying to drop it down low for Larman. Knocked up the wing. Kept in the zone though by Cowell. She'll step up. Stays on her feet. Her shot blocked. Puck goes to the corner. Larman back to the point. Willard sending it back. Larman's open. Has some space. Tried to get to the middle. Couldn't keep it on her stick. Willard kept it in the zone for a moment. Knocked back out the other way. And Waterloo has some space. To the middle. Here's Tout. Dropping it back. Opportunity here for Smith. Looking to go to Collins, but that's broken up by the Sharks. Back the other way. Coots tried to play it forward to Brumwell. Knocked down. Coots gets possession back. She'll send a shot deflected and wide. Puck goes up the wing. Barry looking to keep it in. Knocked around. Smith will go back the other way. Smith got into the zone. Knocked back out the other way by Cosgrave. Battle for it. Waterloo off the boards. And sent down the length of the ice. Cosgrave will chase after it with Rob. Two of them go down behind the net. Getting it free is Weiss. Turned it over. Coots will knock it back out the other way. Martin. Up ahead. Rob trying to get it into the zone. Broken up. Kusik gets it across. Puck played forward. That missed Brumwell. Grabbed by Waterloo. Cross to Martin. Played up ahead. Here's Summer Ropp. Has some space. Gets it into the zone. Will drop it off. Weiss cuts to the middle. Centering pass. Emma Makubri drops it back. Weiss trying to fight off the pressure of Dion. Dion loses her stick, but was able to send it wide of the net. Back the other way. France plays it forward. Endicott gets it around the defender into the zone. She got tied up. Puck goes down behind the net. Big collision there. Puck goes around the boards. Battle for it. Up the wing. And that goes down behind the net. Or back into the Shark end. Kusik gets it ahead. 7 to the middle. Got past Endicott. And the puck will come out to the middle. That's going to go down the length of the ice. That's waved off. Puck goes to the corner. Davies trying to put it out front. That's broken up. Knocked free to Winter. Up the boards. De Silva couldn't get it out. Shot from the point. Save made by Killis. And after a long go there, we'll finally get a whistle. Off the face-off. Puck comes around the boards. Cowell. Slot trying to put it down low. Smith. Tied up with Cowell. They're going to go back the other way. Up the wing. Slot, battle for it, put down behind the net. Grabbed by the Ravens, puck comes to the middle. Here goes Smith battling for it with Charette. Knocked back to the Shark defense. Cowell gets it out of the zone. Barry able to play it forward. That goes down the length of the ice again and will be an icing with 12:50 to go. Gamble on the face-off. Puck knocked around, couple players tied up, penalty coming, and I believe it's because Larman got taken down. And it will. Sharks to their second power play. Roughing the call. Heading off is Emerson Moore. Off the face-off, Larman back to the point. Sharks power play 0 for 1 on the afternoon, looking to even the score. Sent to the net, save made. Puck comes loose. Waterloo able to get it back. That Slot spinning back. Battle for it, knocked free by Gunn. Gamble behind the net. Fighting off the pressure, still has it, getting it back. Here's a shot by Willard, knocked down. Larman a chance tonight. Puck loose in the crease. They jam away and they score! Avery Gunn got the tip on it in the blue crease, and the Sharks are on the board. It's a power play marker to make it 1-1. First goal of the game for the Sharks belongs to Avery Gunn, one of the new members of this Sharks squad. Power play goal, and they're tied. Brumwell got a good opportunity there, broken up. Waterloo looking to go back the other way, or up through the middle. Knocked around, sent into the zone. Down behind the net, Kusick. Looking to go back the other way, played through the middle. Sent back the other way, Brumwell got a touch on it. Puck goes down behind the net. Puck knocked free. Waterloo looking to go back the other way. Kusick. Knocked back to the Sharks zone. France for Dion. 11:35 to go. Puck goes down the length of the ice. And that will be an icing. $11:29 to go in the second period. Balfour knocked up in the air, came to the middle. Comes out, here's a shot deflected wide. Back the other way, Dion. Up ahead for 7. Comes to the middle, flip back the other way. The neutral zone, or back in the Shark end, Dion. Getting it forward, France. Knocked around, Endicott getting it, plays it forward, France. Backhanded ahead, into the zone. Down behind the net, Endicott tied up, taken down. Charette gets it to Winter, put down behind the net. Endicott battles for it, gets it free for Winter. Back to the point, Cowell over to Charette. She'll send a shot looking for a deflection. It got knocked down though. Waterloo looking to go back the other way. Isla McCoubrey in the middle. Charette got a touch on it, gets it to the corner. Flipped ahead. Battle for it, knocked around Slot. To the middle. Battle for it, puck flipped ahead, Cowell. Cross for Willard, 10:30 to go in the second period. The Sharks are on the board, they've tied the game. Power play goal by Avery Gunn. Puck down behind the net. A couple players were tied up there behind the Waterloo net. Cosgrave. Cross, puck goes ahead. That's knocked down, battle for it. knocked free. Willard tied up by Slot. Puck comes loose. Knocked to the corner, sent behind the net, centering pass, and that's broken up. Back the other way. Cosgrave has some time, getting to the middle. Cut forward into the zone. Cosgrave, a shot, save made. Rebound. Puck flipped forward, back out to the neutral zone. Dion, that was blocked by Slot. Just plays it forward. Larman getting it ahead. Gamble has some speed into the zone, driving the net, broken up. Gamble comes around, puts it out front for Larman, save made, and whistled down with 9:15 to go. And it looks like Sharks are going to make a goalie change. Killis is out, and in comes Eleanor Feltham of the formerly of the Lindsay Surge U18 AA program. She'll get the final 29 minutes of this game. Puck goes to the corner. Battle for it up the wing out to the neutral zone. Dion, that was blocked. Emma McCoubrey to the middle. Back the other way into the zone. Centering pass by Weiss, that goes wide. Rebound Dion looking to go back the other way. Up the wing, Dion through the middle, gets it into the zone. Puck goes down behind the net, trying to put it out front, that's broken up. Gamble, Dion, centering pass, Larman. Backhander, that goes over top of the net. Rebound. Cusick on the point. Gets it down low. Battle for it. Puck knocked free to Brumwell. Abby Brumwell back to the point. Cusick a shot looking for a deflection, that goes wide. Collins puts it back to the Waterloo defense. Cusick to the middle, that was blocked. Sent into the zone by Charette. Behind the net, Martin will grab it and leave it. Brumwell able to get it back for the Sharks. Driving to the middle, still has possession. Here's Brumwell, a shot, save made. Collects her own rebound, Brumwell. Back to the point, Charette. Cusick. Nice work around McCoubrey. She'll send it to the net and a save made. Here's Robb. Comes out, back the other way. Tied up. Puck played forward, sent into the zone. Down behind the net, Martin gets there first, beating Coots to the puck. Comes around the board, 7 in on the forecheck. Isla McCoubrey flips that up and out of play. 7:36 to go. Good look there for Abby Brumwell, who was the MVP of that bronze medal game for the Sharks a couple of weeks ago over Burlington, scoring a hat trick. Off the face-off, battle for it. Shot to the net, that was blocked. Puck goes to the corner. Shark player went down there, looked like Endicott. Puck flipped ahead, comes to the middle. Here's a chance for 7, that goes over top. Rebound loose out in front. France will jam away and a save made by Mason. Sharks ramping up the pressure here. Davies to the middle. Hockey gets it across, sent ahead into the very end. Cowell tipped by Davies, getting it back. Watkey getting it across, stepping up. Here's a shot, save made by Feltham, her first of the afternoon. Ravens continuing on the pressure. Davies tied up by France, and now Charette gets involved. Puck comes around the boards the other way. 7 trying to get it out. Battle for it, knocked around. Watkey to the middle. That's knocked down. McCoubrey is shot. That goes over top, and it goes down behind the net. Sharks trying to put it out front. 7 up ahead, gets it into the zone. Down behind the net, knocked down. Here's Tout through the middle, back the other way. Smith getting around, sending it into the zone. Puck goes around, Tout had it, lost it. Back the other way. Sharks trying to get it out. Cooper to Winter. Nearly turned over, but now Winter gets a touch on it, sending it back down the other way. 5:49 remaining in the second period. Played ahead by Skias. She gets it into the zone, still has possession. Skias trying to put it out front, that was broken up. Waterloo getting their first centering pass broken up. Puck comes out front, here's a look, stopped by Feltham. Great opportunity there for Tout, looking for her second of the afternoon. Slot now steps up, takes the shot, that goes over top. Rebound Tout, trying to go back to the point, that was knocked down to Silva. Collision there, trying to get it out of the zone. Cooper will force it out. Puck goes across, played ahead, knocked into the zone. Comes to the middle, Willard. Stripped of the puck here, slotted chance, stopped by Feltham. She's been pressured a couple times, some good looks, able to make a couple saves. It's flipped ahead into the zone. Down behind the net, Larman trying to catch up to it. It'll come around. Battle for it, puck knocked back the other way. Emma McCoubrey and Shyla Gamble go into the boards together. McCoubrey was able to get it to Collins. Up ahead slot, knocked down by Gunn. She has the only goal for the Sharks so far. Battle for it, Gunn trying to get it loose, and that'll be whistled down, 4:30 to go. Alford off the face-off. Larman trying to go back to the point. They'll come out of the zone. Dion spinning back. 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Goes down the ice. Touched up by the Sharks. Penalty was coming. Tripping is the call, and Waterloo's going to get their first power play of the afternoon, as this one is going against Avery Gunn. So the Ravens' penalty kill is 1 for 2. It's their first look on the power play. Cowell looking to clear. Puck comes back out the other way. Down the boards, Waterloo playing it forward, knocked into the zone. Charette looking to clear. That'll go back down the other way. Up the wing, Waterloo into the zone. McCoubrey down behind the net. Flip free and cleared back the other way. Puck comes up ahead into the zone, knocked down behind the net. Battle for it against the boards. 3:20 to go, 1 minute left in the power play. Ropp coming around. Still has possession. Goes back to the point. Sent around, Emma McCoubrey. Battle for it, knocked free. McCoubrey one-timer, that goes wide of the net. Isla McCoubrey sneaking on off the bench, and that'll go back down the other way. Puck played forward, Davies chips it to the middle, Waukee. Couple Sharks converge there, but Waterloo keeps the puck. Isla McCoubrey stepping up, dropping it off. Davies has a lane save, maybe. Rebound in the corner, McCoubrey coming back, going to the point. Davies drops it off. Sent by Farr to McCoubrey, back to Farr. She'll step up, takes the shot, save made. Waterloo keeping possession. Davies, McCoubrey, 14 seconds. She'll step up, takes the shot, save made. Rebound, Willard. Knocked up the wing. Waterloo keeping it in. Battle for it, Willard. Tied up against the boards, knocked around, comes out front, save made again by Feltham. She's only played 7 minutes, but she's looked good. Here's Endicott, just gonna drop it back. 5-on-5, 2 minutes to go in the second, knocked down by Waukee. Has to wait for McCoubrey to get off the ice, she will. Comes to the middle, deflected up in the air. Battle for it, knocked back the other way. It's going to go down into the zone. Smith drives the net. Willer got a touch on it, sending it wide. Smith comes up the wing, colliding there with Seven. Cosgrave trying to knock it down low. Battle for it, down behind the net. Moore to Tout. Coming up the wing, trying to get it back to the point. It does get there. Collins getting it over. Sent to the net, looking for a deflection by Smith out in front. On the shot, there was Moore. Back the other way, Seven. Trying to get it ahead. Ravens will take it, knocking it back out the other way. Battle for it, down low. Here's France coming around. Puck knocked free. Final minute of the second. Brumwell trying to slide it out front. That's broken up. And back the other way comes Waterloo. Here's Collins. Up the wing, getting around Dion, but came in offside. Dion sending it across. Kusick tied up, will spin back. 40 seconds to go. Kusick to Dion. Up the wing, that misses, goes down the length of the ice. And that'll be an icing, 34 seconds to go. Off the draw. Here's a shot save made. Rebound loose. Winter up the wing, kept in the zone. Knocked loose. Winter putting it down behind the net. 23 seconds to go. Waterloo looking for a goal here in the final minute. Here's a look for Ropp. Save made. Rebound loose. Waterloo jamming away. Puck is free, but that's blocked off by Winter. Back to the point. Another shot. That was blocked. Puck goes to the corner. Ropp lost her stick. Back the other way, 7 seconds, knocked forward by De Silva. Winter will grab it, sending it in on net. One final shot for the Sharks. It's played to the corner. De Silva's going to get it, tries to slide it out front, but not enough time. And that'll do it for the second period of play. 1-1 your score here after 2 periods of play. Avery Gunn with a power play goal for Barrie. She makes it 1-1 after 2 periods. Good period for Eleanor Feltham, and that made a couple huge saves there down the stretch. Third period coming up from the East Bayfield Community Center. So we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Barrie Junior Sharks hockey live on YouTube. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do something a bit different here. We've never done this on the broadcast before, but we're going to do a second intermission interview, and we're joined by a former Barrie Shark in Taya Wallace. Taya, you're here as a spectator for the first time. How does it feel to be watching some of the new girls?
It's weird, but they're actually looking pretty good out there. They've only had like 2 practices, and it's a pretty good team. I'm excited for next year.
And you were kind of in that spot last year. You were new, coming to Barrie here for the first time. What was that experience like last year for you?
It was really good. The girls made me feel really warm, like welcome, and yeah, the hockey was good. I was really nervous, but like had to live up to me being a bit older than the rest of the girls, but yeah, it was really fun. And Dwayne and the coaching staff were good too.
And how was that transition where you were a bit older, so you were new, but you were also kind of a leader for some of the younger ones coming in as well?
I actually think most of the girls didn't realize I was that old, but no, it was good. Dwayne treated me like that. He gave me that role a bit too, as I wasn't expecting because I was technically a first year, but no, it was good. I like that, like, I don't know the word, sorry. I like that, like...
Anyways, and for you, you guys won a bronze medal last season. You played a big part in that. Your line with Abby Brumwell, I mean, you guys scored like 4 goals that game. What can you say about that game overall? Did that kind of feel like the best game of your guys' season?
Yeah, honestly, we all came together at the right time. It was really good. I feel like the bench energy and everything was really good, and obviously playing with your best friends, it's so fun, and yeah.
And for you, you're going in University of BC next year. Has that transition already started for you?
No, not yet. We've had a couple of team meetings, but not yet.
And are you looking forward to that? What are your expectations for that?
Yeah, it's good. We have a big group coming in, so just gonna do my best and hopefully get some ice time and earn a role.
Well, Taya, thanks for doing this, and well, yeah, thanks for coming up.
No problem.
That's Taya Wallace of the Barrie Sharks. Third period coming up.
Oh, I'm really bad at that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third and final period of this one between the Sharks and the Waterloo Ravens. Your score 1-1 after 2 periods. Was Avery Gunn with the power play goal for the Sharks there in the second period. Shots on goal, I believe, were 16-16. Do you want to give a big shout out and thank you to Taya Wallace for coming on the broadcast there in the second period. Wallace spent a year with the Sharks, coming over from Edmonton and then setting off to University of British Columbia next season. Well, we got current hockey to focus on as we're back underway. Gunn with a shot, save made. Lyerman up the boards. Gamble. Battle for it. Puck knocked around. Waterloo trying to get it out. Lyerman able to keep it in the zone. Puck knocked free. Barry able to get it back. Gunn up the wing. Here's a shot. Save made. That was Cowell with the look. Face off here, Riccardi. On the draw, puck knocked loose. Brumwell a shot, that's blocked. Back to the point. Cosgrave a chance, save made, and a whistle, 19:23 to go. Off the face-off. Puck knocked back the other way. Waterloo up the wing. Knocked around. Here's Martin getting it across. Rob coming to the middle. Knocked around. Back the other way come the Sharks. Here's Brumwell through the middle. Knocked loose. Waterloo able to take possession. Puck comes up the wing. Sent ahead into the zone. That goes wide of Feltham. Puck going to go down the length of the ice. Brumwell icing called, 18:49 to go. Off the draw, here's a shot, save made. 18:46 to go. Off the draw, puck goes down behind the net. Flipped out the other way by Cosgrave. Knocked down by 7, here's France. Knocked forward, back the other way, Emma McCoubrey. Into the zone, she got dumped, that'll be a penalty. Endicott to the box. Looks like McCoubrey's good. Body contact is the call. Waterloo power play 0 for 1. They had some good looks first time around. Off the face-off, Kathleen Dion behind the net. Coming around, played forward. 7, knocked loose. Here's Slot. Up on the point. Trying to get around France, gets tied up. Puck comes back to the point. Stepping up, here's a shot. It's wide of Feltham. Rebound comes up to the point. Puck sent down low, here's Tout. Dion tied up. Slot trying to get it loose. Battle for it, whistled down. 17:57 to go. Off the face-off, puck comes around the boards, stays in the zone. Knocked around, Waterloo with the puck. Back to the point, Collins, 118 on the power play. Slot, Collins again. Waits, sending it to the net, couple deflections, save, rebounds loose. Smith driving the net, put it through the crease, and the Sharks are able to clear it wide. Cowell will spin it back around the other way. Kept in the zone, stepping up is far, down to the corner. Puck goes back to the point, here's Collins. Getting it across, over to Slot, stepping up, looking for the shot, that's blocked. Collins another chance, save made. Rebounds loose, back the other way, and sent out of the zone. Slot with it, 40 seconds left in the power play. Here she goes, has some space, getting it into the zone, to the middle, drops it back. Tauda's shot stopped by Feltham. Rebounds loose. Slot coming back, getting it to the point. Pass across, Collins. To the middle, Slot. That's knocked down. De Silva looking to go back the other way, and she'll send it down the ice. Puck's left there, France trying to get it out in front. Collins behind the net. Back the other way. Into the zone, that's knocked down. Here's Raup in the corner. Puck comes back to the point, stepping up. Here's a shot save made by Feltham. 16-19 to go. Off the draw. Played off the boards, sent down to the corner. 16 minutes remaining. Puck knocked around. Dion got laid out there. Puck goes up the boards. Knocked loose, sent out the other way by Larman. Ravens with possession. Martin dropping it back. Emma McCoubrey space into the zone, trying to go around, broken up by Dion. That clearing attempt blocked by Martin. Here's Gamble, getting it across, Brumwell. Knocks it ahead into the zone. Racing waved off, puck comes around, Larman to Martin. Has space, gets it to McCoubrey, up the boards. That will come out of the zone. Knocked back out the other way. Puck comes to the middle, Milwaukee. That's broken up. And here come the Sharks again. Riccardi up the wing to the middle, looking for the shot. That was blocked by Martin. Second opportunity. Puck comes free to Coots. She'll get it down into the corner, looking to get it back. Knocked off her stick. Davies to the middle, Milwaukee. Tied up. Sharks get it back. Brumwell taken out. Drives it down low, though. Here's Coots against the boards. Waits, goes back to the point. Charette sending it to the net. That was blocked. Back the other way. Milwaukee. It's flipped up back the other way. Down, Brumwell will drop it back. Charette looking to play it forward. Knocked down, puck comes to the middle. Sent into the zone. Puck goes down to the corner. Put out front, that's deflected, goes wide. Here's McCoubrey. Coming around, has some space. McCoubrey still on it, sending it to the net, that goes wide. Rebound, stepping up. Down behind the net, knocked down. Trying to put it out front, that was broken up. Charette there for the Sharks. Comes around, shot, save made, Feltham, and she'll cover that one. 14-14 to go. .14 to go in the third period. We remain tied at 1. Puck goes up the boards. Looking to go back the other way. Sharks with possession. Comes around. Coots goes down. Getting it back. Goes up the wing. Comes out of the zone. Tout. Trying to flip it ahead. Knocked around. Broken up. Here's Waterloo. Puck sent forward. Ropp into the zone, trying to cut to the middle, battle for it, knocked around, grabbed by Cosgrave. She goes off the boards. 7, back the other way. Here's France. Sending it in, that's deflected. Puck goes down behind the net. Waterloo gets it back, puck played forward. Slot going back the other way, 13.5 to go in the third period. Here's Slot trying to drive the net, put it out front. That was broken up, centering pass. That just missed. Waterloo had a couple players open out in front. Now they turn it over and back the other way come the Sharks. Up the wing, Winter into the zone, trying to drive the net. Here's a chance save made. Rebound. Puck comes free, back the other way. Emerson Moore getting it across. Slot working it into the zone. Dion tied up. Back to the point. That's knocked down. Back the other way comes to Silva. She's tripped up. Penalty coming, but it may not matter. Breakaway. Taylor Cooper in all alone. Backhander. Save made by Mason. De Silva trying to get it back. It'll be whistled down. And the Sharks will go to the power play for the third time this afternoon. Off the face-off, Sharks power play, 1 for 2. Avery Gunn isn't out there right now, but she had the power play goal in the second period. Cooper gets it across. Cusick will spin back. Getting it over to Silva, knocked into the zone. It's been a tight defensive battle here today. A power play goal would be huge for the Sharks here. Too early to be next goal wins territory, but it could be the game winner. Waukee put down behind the net. Cusick coming around the boards. Grabs it, sending it across to Silva. Up the wing. That's blocked. Battle for it. Knocked around. Puck put down behind the net. Adriel Charette going to calm things down. Playing it around. Puck played forward. Winter got a touch on it. Comes back to the defense. Here's Charette. Trying to work around Waukee. Gets it into the zone. Stepping up, sending it to the net for Larman. That just missed. Puck comes back the other way. Gamble put it down behind the net. Battle for it, knocked around. Tied up, goes into the boards. Put out front, knocked around. Cowell stepping up, down behind the net. Put out front, battle for it, knocked loose, deflected around. And the Ravens get it back, looking to clear. Knocked up in the air. Larman chasing after, puts it on net. Save made. Rebound wasn't available. Gunn tried to get it, and that will cause a crowd. 30 seconds left on the power play. Off the face-off, puck goes back to the point. Sent down behind the net. Battle for it, looking to clear, kept in the zone. Puck sent to the corner, clearing attempt. Goes down the length of the ice. Felton will leave it for Cosgrave, 10 seconds remaining. Turned over, Emma McCoubrey behind the net, short-handed, bringing it around, has possession, but that was blocked out in front. One-timer off the end board's broken up. Davies dropping it back for Farr. Calms it down. That was kicked by Davies. Comes to the middle. Coots will get it out for Brumwell. Back the other way. Brumwell knocks it ahead. Isla McCoubrey into the zone. Knocked down, turned over. Sadie France able to get it back. Here's France. Takes the shot, save made. Rebound comes free to Waterloo. McCoubrey looking to go back the other way. Kept in the zone by 7 for a moment, but now they'll send it back out the other way. Brumwell thought about grabbing it, decides to change, so will France. She lost her stick, she'll have to go get a new one. Puck played forward, knocked into the zone. Endicott tied up her, and Waterloo player did a little spin on the ice there. Puck comes around the boards, Winter spins it back, 7, kicked around Endicott, nearly got a shot off. Ravens looking to send it back the other way, knocked around, Tout. Battle for it, Slot looking for a nice move there, broken up by Winter. Back the other way, knocked around. Here's Collins. Pucked ahead. Kusick to Dion. Winter up ahead to Silva. Into the zone, up the wing, looking to drive the net. Put it out front. Grabbed by Cooper. Centering pass. Shot just missed Winter. Tout getting it back. She scored the only goal for Waterloo. That came in the first, but now she's going to head to the penalty box. Roughing the call. And the Sharks will get their 4th power play of the game. Battle for it against the boards. Puck goes back to the point. Cowell across for Charette. Got past her. She'll get it back. Shred off the boards. Larman. Battle for it in the corner. Gamble trying to drive the net. Putting it out front. It's up in the air and then hit off the top of the crossbar. Back to the point. Charette keeps it in off the clearing attempt. Sam Larman has space. Takes the shot, blockered away. Rebound down behind the net. Looking to clear as Brooks, kept in the zone. Charette stepping up, coming to the middle. Her chance, that goes wide. Puck comes around. Cowell knocks it down low. Trying to put it behind the net. Centering pass there, broken up. That was Gunn. Getting it back is Gamble. She'll put it down behind the net. Waukee looking to clear, gets it off the boards and out to the neutral zone. Cowell will drop it back. Here's Charette. Through, tipped into the zone by Gamble. Puck down behind the net, clearing attempt goes back out the other way. 55 seconds to go. Cowell waiting. Gets it to Winter. Up forward, Brumwell knocks it into the zone. Sent back out the other way. Puck goes down the length of the ice. Here's Cosgrave. Calming it down, 34 seconds to go. Gets it across, puck played forward. It's broken up, sent back down the other way. Coots getting it across. Played forward, Willard taken down. Brumwell. Across, trying to catch up to it, but sent back out the other way by Waterloo. 10 seconds left in the penalty, one final rush for Cosgrave. She'll come through the middle, sending it to the net, that was blocked. Ravens get it back, looking to clear, kept in the zone by 7. Here's Brumwell a look, glove save Mason, up in the air, puck's loose, backhander by Francenide. Puck's still loose, 7 couldn't get on it in time. She's able to get it back, trying to drop it down low, broken up, and sent back down the other way. That's icing as Willard gets there first. 7:01 to go. .7:01 remaining in the third period. We're tied at 1 here. Off the face-off. Here's a shot. That goes to the corner. Endicott. Battle for it. Knocked around. Kicked back. There by Milligan, who's trying to get back to her stick. Puck comes up the wing. Here's Moore. Getting it up ahead. Far looking to get it back out the other way. Here's Dion. Up ahead, 7. Getting it into the zone. Stepping up, driving the middle. Takes the shot, save made. Rebounds loose. I think Farr may have tripped McCoubrey there. Waterloo will get the puck. Up ahead, knocked out of the zone by Moore. Up ahead, Emma McCoubrey. Catching up to it, battling off the pressure, shot save, rebounds loose, Feldham with a big save to keep it at 1-1. Whistle down. She lost her glove, but a big save there, sliding across. So we remain tied 1-1. It's like 5 Waterloo players with no names on their jerseys and red gloves. That's all the girls coming over from London. It's hard to tell them apart. There's another one out there. Smith lost the draw. Charette will send it down the length of the ice. De Silva chasing after it, beats out the icing. Had Cooper charging the net. Couldn't get it out front. Now De Silva has it. Knocked back to Winter, to the point. Cowell looking for Winter, intercepted. Smith gonna get it ahead. Taut's gonna have to chase after it. She gets to it first, it dies down, centering pass. Here's Slot, shot, save, Feltham! She does it again! We remain tied. Back the other way come the Sharks. Played off the boards by Cooper into the zone. De Silva there first for the Sharks. She's taken down. 5:32 to go. Winter behind the net, knocking it back to the point. Cowell sending it to the net, save made. Rebound. Come the Sharks. Down in the corner, Cooper tied up. Down behind the net, trying to put it out front. That's knocked down. Waterloo looking to send it back the other way. Battle for it, knocked ahead. That's a high stick, and it will be whistled down. 5:06 remaining in the third period. Puck goes up the wing. Gamble. Dropping it back, Willard. Goes forward. Knocked ahead, sent into the zone. Cosgrave collides with Watke. Back the other way. Sent around. Waterloo to the middle, knocked down. 1-1, 4:40 to go. Here's Martin to Watke. Foot puck up ahead. Comes to the middle. Back to the Shark defense. Cosgrave. Willard to Cosgrave. Up the wing, knocked forward. Here's Gamble. She's tied up. Watke trying to drive the net. Still has possession. Trying to go back to the point. Spins it back behind the net. Gamble trying to catch up to it. Knocked around Watke. Played down low. Sent to the net. That's knocked down. Brumwell gets it back, and she'll skate it back the other way. Flipped ahead. Got past Davies. Goes down the length of the ice. 3:55 to go in the third. Puck comes around the boards. Coming up the wing, sent into the zone by Milligan. Here's Cusick. Knocked around. Coming ahead, getting it across. Brumwell. Knocked down. Sharks with possession. Into the zone. Spin pass by Coots. Here's a chance for France. Save made by Mason. Keeping it at 1-1. France is going to get it back. She'll go to the point. Here's Cusick. She'll send a shot. Save made again. And that will be grabbed and covered with 3:21 to go in the third period here on a Saturday afternoon from the Shark Tank. 1-1 your score. I gotta say, considering my other job is hosting the Barrie Colts on Rogers TV, I like these 2:30 start times on Saturdays. We should keep these going forward. Puck goes back out the other way. Dion drops it back. Cusick to the middle, knocked down by Emma McCoubery. Dropping it back. Here's an opportunity. Weiss to the middle. Backhander. That goes wide. Weiss to the middle. That's knocked down. Waterloo with possession. That's broken up. Sent down behind the net. Mason leaves it there. Here's Milligan. Sent forward to Weiss. 2:45 to go. That's knocked down by 7. Weiss gets it across. Emma McCoubery fights off the pressure. Got it to Ropp. That's offside. 2:36 remaining in the third period. .236 to go in the third. Both teams still tied at 1. It's been an entertaining game here today. Alexa Taut opened the scoring for Waterloo in the first, and it was Avery Gunn with a power play goal for the Sharks to make it 1-1. Puck knocked down in front. Here's a chance. De Silva sent it over top. Rebound comes out front. Winter fanned on it, and the puck will come out to the corner. Charette coming down low. Back to the point. El De Silva sent across. Cowell pushed down behind the net. Back the other way, sent forward, deflected by Charette, and it goes right to Taut. She's got a breakaway, in all alone, to the net, scores! Alexa Taut with her second of the afternoon. Waterloo has the lead with less than 2 minutes to go. Off the draw, 2-1. Willard sends it ahead into the zone. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Back the other way, puck played forward. Waterloo trying to get it into the zone and offside, 1:42 remaining. Barrie had a couple opportunities in the minutes prior, couldn't capitalize. And now they trail. They still have 1:40. Watch for Feltham to go to the bench. Here's Gunn trying to knock it into the zone. It's on the line and it'll come out and the Sharks will regroup. Cosgrave across Willard. Dwayne Eldridge has the hand up, waiting, deciding when to send Feltham. Gonna hold her for now. 1:23 to go. Gamble was nearly able to get it back. Puck goes across. Here's Brooks up the wing, played forward. Waukee trying to get it into the zone. Cosgrave knocks it back the other way. Larman knocking it down. Knocked to the middle, has possession, and thought about it, but no, they'll wait. 1 minute to go here in the third period. Brumwell gonna spin back, gets it forward. And here comes Feltham, 6-on-5 for the Sharks. Delia Coots into the zone, goes down. Puck behind the net, Sadie France trying to put it out front. Here's Brumwell, a chance, and stopped by Mason. Great look for the Sharks there, 48 seconds to go. Dwayne Eldridge is gonna use a timeout to draw up a plan for the final 48 seconds of this one. 2-1 barrier score. Alexa Tao with a goal with 1:59 to go. Made it 2-1 for Waterloo. It's been a tight game. And the good news, whether or not the Sharks come back for both teams, it doesn't matter. There's no standings. It's just about getting used to playing with each other. And Sharks have put on an entertaining show today, and looks like a group that'll be exciting to watch next season. I know I'm looking forward to coming back and covering this group, and hoping to add more to our streams next year. That interview with Teo Wallace is just the start of some of the things be looking to add in the next season. Got a plan in place now. It's all about executing it. You know who else has a plan? The Barrie Sharks. They're looking to tie the game. Mally Winter on the face-off. 48 seconds to go. Winter wins it right back to the point. One-timer shot deflected, and it goes over top. Good look there right off the face-off. Stepping up Dion, trying to get it down low. Battle for it against the boards. Puck knocked down behind the net. 6 Shark players out there. All 6 of them were on the roster last year. Battle for it against the boards. 27 seconds to go. Puck knocked loose. Brumwell trying to get it down low. De Silva there as well. Puck comes up the wing. Winter trying to knock it down low. Charette couldn't keep it in. They're going to come back and regroup. Charette to Dion. Knocked ahead into the zone. Puck flipped back the other way. Hit McCouvery. That's going to give second life to the Sharks. 8 seconds. Larman trying to get it to the net. Ropp just looking to pin it. McCouvery is as well. Sharks jam their way in. They nearly have it free. Now they do. Brumwell, not enough time. And that will do it. The Waterloo Ravens will take this game by a score of 2-1. It was a tight one, but in the end, it's Waterloo taking the game. Having a discussion here. Maybe they'll gonna do something a little extra here to finish off this one. This is an exhibition game after all, so we'll have a little more fun. 5 more minutes up on the clock. So recap the regulation portion, 2-1 for Waterloo. Tout with the goal that opened the scoring. Avery Gunn responded with a power play marker in the second period. And then we remained tied throughout the rest of the game until 2 minutes to go. Alexis Tout with a goal. Made it 2-1, and that's where Waterloo would hold on to this game. Both teams agreeing to a little 3-on-3. So here we go. France Endicott and Cosgrave out there for the Sharks. They have possession off the draw, but now Waterloo able to get it free. Battle for it. Puck goes back to the point. Martin stepping up. Has it. Gets it across. Slot will come out and reset. Don't know if it's a 1-goal overtime or if they'll just play the 5 minutes for fun. Curfew is 5 p.m., so they got plenty of time. Cosgrave has a stick in her arm. That was Tout trying to get it free. Here's Slot. Has possession, looking to get around Franchuel. Slot into the zone, working it in. Tout knocked down. Endicott trying to get it free. It comes loose. Brooks trying to backhand it down low. That was blocked. Second opportunity to the net. Here's Tout. Flipped it over top of fell down. Here's Slot taken down. Puck knocked loose. Sharks may have a 2-on-1 back the other way. Cosgrave can't get her stick. Back the other way and whistle down. Looks like both girls are going to go here. They were battling behind the net. No, just Cosgrave going to go. No, Slot's going to go too. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. Four minutes to go in the overtime. Waterloo having issues trying to decide who should be on the ice. Off the draw, Willard getting it across. Coots drew 2 players. Drop back Collins. Off the boards, knocked to the middle, Willard. Battle for it, Sharks get it. Here they come up the wing. Spinning back, Riccardi to the middle, Gabby Willard has possession, drops it off. Coots has space, a lane to the net, save made. Rebound loose, cleared out back the other way by Waterloo. That'll go down the length of the ice. Icing call. 3:27 to go. Off the draw, back to the point. Cowell has possession, gets it over. Cooper back to Cowell, getting it across. Gunn, Cooper. Thought about giving it to Cowell. She'll keep possession, spins back. Fighting off the pressure of Smith. Cowell got a touch on it, couldn't keep it in the zone. Then got taken down. Davies broken up by Gunn. She'll come back into the zone. Gunn spinning back. She'll come out again. 3 minutes to go. Drop back. Cowell to the middle. Cooper has some space, maybe an opportunity here. Getting it across, looking for Cowell. She got a touch on it. Save made. Rebound Waukee behind her own net, less than 3 minutes to go. She'll drop it back. Collins looking to go back the other way. Puck played forward. Knocked ahead. Waterloo trying to get it in. Got around one. Into the zone. Here's a shot. Save made by Feltham. Good look there for Emerson Moore. Off the draw in the corner. Cusick getting it out to 7. Piper 7 through the middle. Gamble into the zone, trying to get it loose. She gets tied up. And Waterloo will take it back. Waukee, she got taken down by 7 there. Back the other way, 2:15 to go. Skating it up the wing into the zone. Here they come. Nice move to the net out front. Had more, but that was broken up. Off the pass from back the other way, 7 to the middle. Here's a chance. Driving the net, Cusick got it on net. Save made, and we'll get a whistle. Winter and Ropp on the draw, wins it. Dion, Winter, to the middle, gets it across. It'll come out to Silva. Drops it back, Dion. To Winter. Mally Winter coming to the middle. She'll get it into the zone. 140 to go. Here comes Winter. That goes over top of the net. De Silva down low behind the net. Bringing it around. Trying to put it out front. Winter, a chance. Scores. Mally Winter with a goal. Coming off a season with 5 goals. Nice one there here, 3-on-3. I guess technically it's 2-2. Face-off won by Barrie. And they'll skate it through the middle into the zone. Here comes Charette. Coming around, has possession. It is up on the board, so 2-2, 1:17 to go in overtime. Brumwell gets it loose, knocked back to the point, gets past Larman, and out back the other way. Sam Larman stops up, drops it back for Charette. Over to Larman. Final minute of overtime. Larman into the zone, spins back. Sharks have had most of the control here in overtime. Charette, Larman through the middle. Nice move. Can she keep it on her stick? No. Comes back to Charette. She'll shoot just wide of the net. Brumwell trying to get it out front. That's broken up. Battle for it. Ropp gets it loose. Plays it forward. Back the other way. Here's Milligan. Up the wing into the zone. Puck knocked loose. Barrie able to get it back. Sadie France, 20 seconds to go. Maybe time for one final rush here for the Sharks. Willard, a pass missed. He'll come out of the zone. Endicott will chase after it. Collins getting it across. That's broken up. Willard off the boards. Endicott collides there. France trying to catch up to it. It's sent back into the neutral zone, and that will do it. So it's 2-2. Does this mean we have a shootout, or are we done? Looks like we're done. So I think in Waterloo they'll be saying that they won 2-1, but I think in Barrie they'll be saying they tied 2-2. That's going to do it for this one. Alexa Tout with the opening goal of the game made it 1-0. Avery Gunn responded with a power play marker to tie the game. Then it was Tout again in the third period with 2 minutes to go, which would give Waterloo the lead. They'd hold that through regulation. Mally Winter would get the only goal of the overtime period to tie the game at 2 apiece. So the Sharks, they're done with exhibition action. And that'll do it on the live streams until the official start of next season. Looking forward to another year of Barrie Sharks hockey. Thanks to everybody that tuned in, whether you're been here for a couple of years or whether you're new to the Shark live streams with a member of your family being on the team for the first time this season. My name is Josh McCann. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next season.